Hello everybody and welcome back. In this video we are going to be adding the form to our registration page, which will allow us to actually take an input from the user as to their name, email, as well as password. So with that said, let's get into it and let's see how we can do it. So to get started, the first thing that we're going to be doing is that we are going to be heading on over to our register_page.dart file, and there we are going to be going to our column widget, and inside of the column widget, which is inside of our build UI function, we're going to be adding a new child to the children's list. The child is going to be called _register form. And what this form is going to do is it's going to be responsible for handling input for the name, email, and the password for the user. So let's go now underneath of the profile image field function and let's create our register form function. So I'm going to create a new function. I'll call this underscore, and then I'll call this register form, and then we are going to open it up, and then inside of this we are going to be returning a container. This container is going to have a height and a width associated with it. What I'll do is that I'll define the height as being the device's height times 0.35, and I won't define the width, and the width will be inferred by the container by adopting the width of whatever child that it is a part of. From there, I'm going to add the child for the container, and the child is going to be a form. With that said, I'm going to wait on defining the child of the form, and the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to define the key for the form. So to define the key, we'll do the same thing. We'll go to the top of our register page state. We are going to create a variable which will be final, and we'll call this _register form key. And then I'll set that equal to global key of type form state, and then that's pretty much all we have to do, and I'll do command save. Then I'll come down to where we were defining the key for our form, and I'll set that equal to our register form key. With this, I'm going to now define the child for our form. The child for our form is going to be a column widget, and the reason for that is because we need to put 3 custom text form fields inside of that, and that's only achievable through a column. So I'm going to do a main axis alignment, or the main axis size first, and I'll set the main axis size to be main axis size.maximum. With this, I'll do the main axis alignment. That'll be main axis alignment dot space between, and then main or cross axis alignment, and the cross axis alignment is going to be cross axis alignment dot center. Now that this is done, I'm going to add the children's list to this, and then with this I am going to add the first field. So we're going to be using the same widget that we had created in the previous videos inside of our custom input fields.dart file, which was our custom text form field. And this is why I said that it's important to follow the dry principle and not duplicate code, because that one piece of widget that we've created can now be used multiple places for multiple different use cases with very minimal changes. So now I'm going to add the custom text form field widget to our children's list, and then for the onSaved function, what I'll do is that I'll add a function for now which will take in a value and then for now do nothing. The next thing is going to be the regex. So the regex is going to be the same regex that we use for our password as well, which is just to make sure that the name is not empty and greater than 8 characters long. For the obscure text, I'll set it false because it's just the name, we don't need that. And then finally for the hint text, I'll say that it's going to be name. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a comma at the end, do Alt-Shift-F, do command save, and you're going to see that our name field is showing up now. With this, I'm going to copy our text form field. I'll paste it again. I'll do Alt-Shift-F just to format the code. And then what I'll do is that I'll update the regex to be the regex that we used to verify that it's an email. It's going to be the same that we did the last time we made our login page. And then for the hint text, I am going to set that to be email instead of mail. Email instead of name, and then do command save again, and we should have the other field popping up. Finally, I'll copy our text form field again, I'll paste it in again, and this one is going to be for taking in the password. So I'll change the regex, and I'll set the regex to be just something that verifies that it's not empty and 8 characters long. I'll set the obscure text property to true, and I'll set the hint text property to be true as well, or sorry, hint text property to be password, to command save, and now we should have our password field in there as well. So now that we have defined our form, the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a bit of space between our profile image and our form, just because it's just very bunched together. So to do that, I'm going to go to my build UI function, to the column, and then I'm going to add a size box in between our profile image field and register form like this. And then I'll set the height for the size box to be the device's height times 0.05 and do Command Save, and this should add the appropriate space. With this done, now what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be working towards the onSaved functions for all of the 3 custom text form fields that I've added. To do that, the first thing that we have to do is that we have to define the variables that will store this information that the user inputs within them. For that, I'll go to the top of our register page state class and I'll create 3 optional string variables, and I'll call them _email. Another one is going to be called _password. And then finally, another one is going to be called _, and then it's going to be called name, and then I'll do Command Save. Now with this, I'll come down, and for the first custom text form field inside of our form widget, which is going to take in the name, for the onSaved function, I'm going to say that I'm going to call setState. And then inside of setState, what I'll do is that I'll set the _name equal to the _value that gets passed in. And with this, I'll do Command Save. So now that this is done, I'm going to repeat the same process for the other 2 as well. So I'll just copy this setState code. I'll come back to I'll go to the next custom text form field function, and this is going to be responsible for email. So inside of here, I'll say that the email is going to be equal to value. And then again, I'll come to the final last one. I'll paste in the setState code. And this time I'll say that the _password is going to be the one which is going to be equal to value, and do Command Save. So with this, we're pretty much done with the logic that was associated with getting input from our user and then saving it into the appropriate variables. So with that, I'm going to end this video here, and I'll see you guys in the next video, in which we're going to be focusing towards adding the final piece of UI to our registration page, and that's going to be the register button. So with that, thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.